Well, I saw this and I was like, I bet this song's going to be absolute trash and it's going to be really cringy. It's the first thing I thought. And I also thought, fancy getting banned. They've been banned from Glastonbury Festival because of this song, which is also like weird and kind of concerning. If you don't know, Killdren had this song and it's called Kill Tory Scum. It's the title of it, and it is as cringy as you might expect it to be. I wasn't going to listen to it. I thought, but then people were like, you haven't even heard the song. Alright, so I just listened to it, and it was worse than I thought it would be. I don't know what to expect. It's just like wannabe electro punk type stuff. Like it's and the first thing that sprung to my mind was that, my God, this is like something that would be in Nathan Barley. And I commented on the video as such. I said, what is this? Who wrote this toss? Nathan Barley? And if you don't know Nathan Barley is a very funny show written years ago by Charlie Brooker and Chris Morris of Brass Eye. Only did one series. It was on Channel 4, and it was basically about like Hoxton and Old Street and Shoreditch hipsters, basically. Just a full-blown assault of just a satirical look at it. And Nathan Barley is the main character in it, and he's just this vacuous, narcissistic imbecile who just goes along with anything that he thinks is like quirky and edgy and cool, just that. He's just a wannabe, like many of the wannabes. And it's got a great cast in it. The cast in it are a lot of people who like lived around that area and were part of that sort of scene. Like, it's got Noel Fielding in it. One of the main actors in it is Julian Barrett, the other member of Mighty Boosh, who's really good in it. Richard Ayoade's in it. He's definitely one of them. So everyone's sort of like able to look at themselves and go, we are Hoxton tossers. But it literally came, like, if you've ever seen it, you know what I'm talking about, just go watch it. There's only 6 episodes, and that's exactly what it is. I was like, oh my God, this is just terrible. And I was reading through the comments, and they're just, it's sort of like bang on half likes, half dislikes, and it's like apparently public school kids from Tunbridge Wells called Bartholomew and God knows what, I don't know. It's just, it's not good. It's terrible. It's awful. But that's not a reason, but music taste is subjective. But I tell you what isn't subjective, the fact that there's probably people out there that think Little Pump is trash, but think that is good. No, that's not subjective. That's a tragedy. That's a tragedy and a travesty, if you ever think that. Because that was genuine trash. Yeah, it's proper cringe. It's just like the sort of, it's just like, going, yeah, look at us socking it to the man in the establishment. It's like, oh, will you pipe down? You ain't doing shit. You ain't nothing. And the establishment, my balls, man. You don't even know what it means. You don't even know what it's like to live this thug life. You idiot. Pipe down. Sit down. In 5 years, you're going to be a mundane person anyway. Stop trying so hard. Everyone can see through it. It's boring. But it says here, Killdren are unlucky. 2019 just isn't the year for songs about killing Tories. I don't think there's any year should be a song about killing people who are one way politically minded or not. It's fine. If you want to make a song called I Want to Eat Jeremy Corbyn's Face and Puke It on His Children's Stomachs, that's fine. Like rape all socialists, I'm totally cool with that. It's fine. It's music. It's art. However you interpret it. Say what you like. Express yourselves. If it turns out to be trash and cringy, well, that's on you. But whatever. Anyone who writes incendiary lyrics risks notoriety, but in less febrile times, febrile? Is that it? Febrile? I don't know. Glastonbury wouldn't have disinvited the band. It was very strange. It's like, when Glastonbury Festival, the last one, basically they brought Jeremy Corbyn out onto the pyramid stage, and Michael Levis practically sucked him off. sucked him off and spat his jizz on an applauding crowd, going, "Oh, give me Jeremy's jizz!" It was that bad. But you know, apparently they're not so cool with it anymore. Since its inception, Glastonbury Festival has been the safe haven for political dissent, for cringe. But it's look, I used to go to Glastonbury Festival years ago before they made it totally and even when I used to go, because I used to live near there and I never paid to get in, by the way, and even then they said it was a watered down version. Well, I don't know what the version of it is now, but the watered down of the watered down of the watered down version of just a really, you got kids going there and stuff in Wellington and people from Chelsea and Wellies. It's fucking weird. I remember I used to go, just be 101 crackheads running around robbing people. There were shootings at Glastonbury back in the day, mass stabbings. Seen someone get bottled by 20 people outside the dance tent. Mad shit used to go on there. The amount of drugs you consumed there it was just no place to have children, that's for sure. I mean, little horrible hippie children is fine because their parents are terrible anyway. They don't care. But the rest of it, nah, man. Anyway, over the weekend, the Sunday Times reported that one of the bands booked to play the festival's Shangri-La Field, 2-bit rave punk band. And I think they mean 2-bit 8-bit music, 2-bit, but calling themselves a 2-bit. It's a sort of an insult. 2-bit rave punk band Killdren had released a song called "Kill Tory Scum Before They Kill You." The paper also noted that the critically acclaimed London band Fat White Family had tweeted in 2015 in reference to a news story about the death toll of austerity. "If you voted Tory in the last election, you have blood on your hands. Execute the fucking lot of them. Scum." No. If you voted for Labour, as I did in, I think 2005, we have blood on our hands. Actual blood. It's very subjective about the blood in your hands from austerity or whatever the fuck you want to talk about with Tories. So, no. If you voted Labour back in the day after the invasion, you have blood in your hands. I have blood on my hands. That's why I don't vote no more. So shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. Catherine Anderson, chief executive of the Joe Cox Foundation, told the BBC the direct incitement of violence and abuse on any platform and in any sector is wrong and something that we absolutely reject. I think just going "kill Tory scum" is just I don't think they actually mean they want to kill Tory scum, do they? Do you think these bunch of little twits making their silly music are actually going to be out there killing people? All right. Even Chief Keef ain't killing no one, and he had one of the most murderous mixtapes of all time. Yeah, you ever heard "Back from the Dead"? It's literally all the snares are machine guns. It's I listen to that and it hypes me up, and I'm like, yeah, no religion, fiend. I'm like, come on, I'm ready for this day. I'm ready for this day to do some marketing. It doesn't particularly, something that gets you hyped up. If you get hyped up by wanting to kill Tories, that's fine. Cool. I get hyped up by hearing man saying, "I'm going to kill a man and steal his bitch." And I'm like, fuck yeah. Yes, I'm going to send some emails. Come on. God, I'm going to post on Minds in a minute. It doesn't mean anyone's out there inciting actual violence. It's what country do we live in? Under the Brazil in the 70s under a military junta? No, I don't think so. What is it? Who's in charge? The fucking Khmer Rouge? Anyway, calm down. Was there a song saying "Kill Joe Cox" at any point? I don't think so. Although Fat White Family are still scheduled to play the Park stage. Ooh, well, they should be banned, shouldn't they, for saying stuff? The outrage is excessive. It's obvious from one listen to "Kill Tory Scum," even if it's your dad and your mum. "Kill Tory Scum." That song is absurd, bratty hyperbole, not to be taken literally. Now, you see, you say that, right? But the thing is, here's part of the problem with left and right, okay? And I've read the Times article that's even different. It says, this is not good, that they should be banned for this, and that's the Times, man. But if there was a song going the other way, saying incitement of violence against anyone else, say it said, I don't know, "Kill jihadi scum," or even "Kill socialist scum," chop off Owen Jones's head and rape the neck with a snake or something like that. I think you might see some outrage there, especially in The Guardian, and they'd probably call for the banning, it'd be on Spotify trending, and they'd want Spotify to be shut down and regulated by the government. Think about it. You can see the BuzzFeed article already. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, don't be, like, I mean, I don't know if this writer's personal view, but, like, as the organisation you write for and the sort of the side of the political spectrum you're on, like, don't be chatting shit, right? Okay? We see all of this, right? I've had enough of nonsense. Anyway, Strangular's hasty statement was rather sanctimonious, claiming that the field is all about positivity and pacifism, unity and love. Oh, spare me. Criteria that it would be ridiculous to apply to every lyric by every artist. Exactly. After they lost their slot, the band defended the cartoonish and over-the-top nature of everything we do. Won't somebody think of the Killdren? The case against Fat White Family is even weaker, based on one 4-year-old tweet, but the controversy says a great deal about Britain's febrile political climate in 2019. Cartoonish violence has long played a role in protest music and has always been a risky tactic. In 1992, Body Count's Cop Killer and Paris's Bush Killer were at the center of a fierce culture war over hip-hop that went all the way to the White House and inspired Bill Clinton to affirm his law and order bona fides by demonizing the rapper Sister Soldier. In 1994, the British indie band The Family Cat inflamed the tabloids with Bring Me the Head of Michael Portello. It's like one of those... Why Michael Portillo is like such a... It's just what... while Smash reeled off hit list of prominent Tories on I Want something, 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 something. I can't see it. Why can't I see it? What does it say? No. Why can't I see it? I want... What is it? I want to kill somebody. I want to chop their heads off and stick them on a stake. None of these songs are monuments to subtlety, but for conservative politicians and journalists, there is always mileage in conflating rhetorical violence with the real thing. Yes, and there used to be, very much so. Now, Body Count, of course, at the time of Body Count, of course, I mean, you just say, I want to stick this gun and shoot a cop in his motherfucking face. It's something along those lines. It was Cop Killer was banned, and that was the time of like the LA riots, the big ones after Rodney King and la da 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 da. But look, yeah, and it was always conservative politicians and journalists back in the day. Well, now it's not. Now it's totally the other way around. I mean, it's obviously you still have outrage in the Daily Mail and the Sun, obviously, but like, look at all the left wing. That's like fucking, they go mental over anything. Like they go mental over PewDiePie, for goodness sake. Like, honest to God, they hate Zoella. Like, what is wrong with it? Like, they're the puritanical nut jobs these days. It's totally flipped. What an artist can get away with depends on the political context. The rappers of 1992 were unfortunate enough to become cannon fodder for an election campaign. Well, and because it was part of the riots as well. There was a big deal. There was a lot of racial tension going on. You need to elaborate on that. Primal Scream were obliged to rename their song Bomb the Pentagon in 2001 after Al-Qaeda literally bombed the Pentagon. That's so stupid. Killdren have fallen afoul of a dreadful period in which MPs receive death threats as a matter of course, and the boundaries of legitimate protest are hotly contested. Just as throwing milkshakes at right-wing politicians has inspired considerably more hand-wringing than the old-fashioned practice of hurling eggs, a song called Tory Scum resonates at a different frequency than it would have 10 years ago. For Killdren, the complaint from the Joe Cox Foundation was probably the decisive blow. We now live in a country in which the politically motivated assassination of an MP is a reality for the first time since the heyday of the IRA. Crucially, Fat White Family's tweet predates Cox's murder, and the connection between rhetoric and lethal physical violence cannot easily be dismissed. What? Look, my friend, stop waffling on, okay? Like one incident involving Joe Cox, and now like we can't have anyone saying anything outrageous in a song. Is that right? This whole Joe, again, no disrespect to the dead, but this whole Joe Cox stuff, people using Joe Cox as something to stifle what people say and do, It's really starting to get us. It's already got on my tits. It's on my tits. Get off my tits. It's really annoying. It's like, shut up. Shut up. It was one nutter shot a woman and killed her. It was a nutter. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, I've got the Joe Cox Foundation. Don't be saying kill Tory Scum. Like, MPs are getting death threats. Of course they're getting death threats. They're MPs. Who shouldn't? Do you know what I'm saying? If there's anyone who should get death threats regularly, it'd be MPs, wouldn't it? Would it not? Would it not? Yeah, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be the people that get death threats? Isn't that why they have mass security? Like, I don't know if you... I remember approaching... It was on my birthday. We were absolutely mangled. Like, I'm trying to cut across a field, and it was by Whitehall, and then 6 police come out with, like, guns pointing at like this. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, I don't think we're supposed to walk across this grass. It wasn't very clear. All right? Yes. Like, you know, come on. Please, stop it. That doesn't mean, however, that all aggressive language should be off limits. The people issuing death threats or planning attacks on politicians are not taking their cues from minor punk bands. The vast majority of this activity stems from the far right. Oh, well done. I knew you'd bring that in somewhere. Well done, you. I knew you'd do it. I knew you'd be able to put the boogeyman in here. It's like reading the Daily Mail 10 years ago. And you're going, well, you know, you can say what you like, but ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and now it's the far right. Round of applause for the far right being the new Al-Qaeda. Well done, you. Well done for being the bogeyman of this generation, of this decade. Well, the next decade, the end of the decade. Well done. Congratulations. You know, Al-Qaeda bombed the Twin Towers, and the far right just... you know, it took Al-Qaeda to bomb the Twin Towers for them to become... for them, you know, the World Trade Center. Do you remember that? Like 3,000 people dead. Can't remember exactly how many. It was a lot though, wasn't it? It took that for us to, well, for the media and the government to demonize, you know, Islam and use it as a way for fear mongering. You know, just 2,000 deaths, but the far right killed. I mean, how many killed? Like, well. How many people have they killed? For them to be the new bogeyman that we should all be scared of? How many they killed? How many is it again? How many is it? Is it 2,000? No, it's barely 10. It's not even 10. Well done. Well done, the far right. You had to do absolutely fuck all to become the new bogeyman that we should all be in fear of. And that police and the security services want more money to protect us from... The potential, what is it? You've got a 1 in 60 million chance of being murdered by a member of the far right. Well, that's good, isn't it? Well, I'm terrified. I'm so scared of the far right. Ooh, yeah. Here's a call to arms. Hello, are you a member of the far right? Let's have it. Come on. I'm waiting for you. You can come get me anytime you want. I'm waiting. I've got a bit of Jew in me. You could, so there's reason to kill me. Please come. I'm waiting for you. Who's that at the door? It's fucking no one. That's right. Anyway, well done for that. Well done for that. Oh, sorry, he brings in Brexit now as well. Well, you couldn't have an article about a band getting banned and not have Brexit in there. You couldn't have any article about anything without not mentioning Brexit, could you? You just couldn't do it. It's just not the way it's done. You know, Crufts, the next Crufts Championship will have to have like a Brexit section. You know, there'll have to be something to do with Brexit. You know, Remainer Labradoodles versus Brexiteer Labradors, I suppose, something like that. It just has to happen, doesn't it? It's the way it goes. The vast majority of this activity stems from the far right, whose obsession with traitors is mirrored in the language of pro-Brexit tabloids. There is no reasonable way to relate a crude song and an angry tweet, neither of which targeted individuals, to the genuine threats that politicians face. Oh, can we have a moment of... Can we all feel sorry for the politicians, please? Oh, sorry, politicians. Oh, isn't it a wonderful time now? We must be fearful for politicians' lives. What fucking planet are you living on right now? Planet Clown. Planet Round of applause for Planet Clown. The emotions behind the protest do not have to be peaceful to be legitimate. It would be alarming if there were no longer room in the music for intemperate rage and satirical fantasies, and if a pop festival became yet another culture war battlefield. Still, as body counts Ice-T could tell you, clashes over the incendiary lyrics are nothing new, and anyone who writes them is pricing in the risk of notoriety. The Killdren incident is not exactly the Sex Pistols or Bill Grundy, and Kill Tory Scum is definitely no anarchy in the UK. That is an under-fucking statement, my son. But it proves that protest music still has the power to... Oh, throw in some French words because you're so clever.
Oh, well done you, you're clever. Yes, I'm clever, I know words. I know some words that you don't.
Oh, well done you fucking cunt. Perhaps the band can consider that a kind of consolation for the cancelled gig and take the opportunity to channel the indignation into better songs. Or maybe just make better songs. I don't know. Well done, Guardian writer. Dorian Linsky is a music writer and author of 33 Revolutionary Per Minute, a history of protest songs. I bet that's a riveting read. I bet I have a semi on every page gives you a semi, is what the New York Times said about that book. Every page produces a new fucking semi. That's right. Yeah, well done for bringing Brexit and the far right into that. And look, they're not even right for the Guardian. Is that what happens when you go there and you say, "Oh, I'm going to write it. Can you write this article for it?" Yes. Well, you need to throw in the far right and Brexit. That's something. Well, I'm writing an article about the life expectancy of Sumatran orangutans. Yeah. Are the far right killing them, or is Brexit killing them? Both would be preferable. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the far right or Brexit. It's sort of more about deforestation and something like that. It's like, well, Brexit's got something to do with that, hasn't it? I mean, all the ballot papers written on paper, that came from trees, didn't it? There's an angle for you. Now go fucking write this article, you prick. This is The Guardian. What do you think this is? Playtime. Well done for that. Anyway, you know, if Glastonbury's gonna, if they're gonna ban you for some stupid lyrics, like, just write a song going, ha ha ha, Joe Cox. Like, just do it. Just someone do it. Just fucking do it. Like, just why not? Why not? Why the fuck? Just why not? Why not? Why not? Too soon? It's never too soon. It's never too late. Just do it. Just shut these people up, because it's getting stupid now. We're supposed to be fearing for politicians' lives. Ridiculous. You're on the front line, bitch. Good God. Honestly. We're supposed to be going, oh, but politicians are getting threatened. Of course they are. They're politicians. Oh my goodness. Like, of course they're getting threatened. Because they piss people off. They're public servants that do not have the public service in the front of their mind. That's why people threaten to kill them. Hello? Some of them send your children off to get murdered. What's your problem with threatening politicians? What's the problem with it? I mean, I ain't going around threatening politicians. I think that's really corny and whack. But, like, come on. They're all supposed to be, like, the people that we're supposed to be most fearful for. The people we're supposed to be protecting is the politicians, is it? Is that... Oh, the correct like, what is going on here? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, we can't have a song saying kill Tory Scum. Someone might kill a politician. Alright, someone kills a politician. Like, there's way more innocent people out there who could be killed for more bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really bizarre. And like, suddenly we're supposed to be rallying around and protecting politicians and fearing for their safety. It's like, come on. Like, isn't it part of the job? Like, there hasn't been any sort of political leader who hasn't had an attempt on their life, like, stopped or exposed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? What is this? Like, Glastonbury Festival want to protect politicians now, do they? It's bizarre, man. Very strange. But, you know, well done.